Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Joyful Jessie. I am Jessie and I am so excited to share with you guys that this upcoming school year, we are going to be homeschooling our son Noah, who is going to be entering the 4th grade. We're excited, he's ecstatic, and I have had his curriculum sitting in my mudroom seriously since the beginning of May. So it's been over a month. It's been sitting there unopened, and now that we are 1 week into the summer break, I finally get to sit in and unbox it. So we are going to be using ABEKA, the ABEKA curriculum right here with him. And I have 3 boxes to go through and a little packet to go through as well. And I'm going to be sharing that with you. So make sure to stick around and watch. So if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so that you never miss out when I post a new video. I would love to have you here. I like posting videos about Puerto Rican recipes, gluten-free recipes, wonderful moments with my family. So we do some vlogging whenever we go on a trip or we go through a new experience. And I also like to share reflections about God's word. And now that we're entering into this homeschooling journey, I am definitely going to be sharing some of that with you. This is going to be our first year homeschooling our son. We had been using ABEKA to homeschool my preschooler Solaris, who is 4. So we love the curriculum. We love how great it has been going for her. Maybe at some other time, I'm going to be sharing with you guys why we have decided to homeschool our son. This has been in the conversations since before he was born. This curriculum that, like I mentioned before, has been sitting in my mudroom unopened. I feel like I have had such great self-control. I mean, I feel like that fruit of the spirit of my life has been pretty strong in this particular case. I keep looking at it every time I walk in and I'm excited. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna open it yet because number one, I was still working at school. So I had closing out my room and all the things that I had to worry about as a teacher to have done. So adding another thing to my plate was just gonna blow me over. Second of all, I wanted to have a place for it because if I open these boxes and I have all these books everywhere, it's just going to add to my clutter. And I don't want that. Third of all, I wanted to have time to actually look through the curriculum and see what gaps are there. What is it that's something that I need to teach to him throughout the summer just to get him caught up to speed if there is anything missing. Be on the lookout for upcoming videos about how we are setting our space in our home and how are we making this work with both my husband and I being full-time workers. So let's go ahead and start opening the goodies. Right, let the unboxing begin. So this one right here seems to be the parent stuff with all the goodies. All right, let's look at this box. This one is a heavy box. All right, so they really saran wrapped this really well so that it all came in one big chunk. For a minute there, guys, I thought this is gonna be a super pretty unboxing, box by box. Yeah, after that first box, I just realized, yeah, that's not gonna happen. So I decided to stop the video and organize them by category. That way it makes it much easier. This art one seems to be pretty straightforward from the looks of it. It's very similar to the one that my daughter has. It's more of like crafts that they get to do, which Noah loves this kind of stuff. He likes doing crafts. It's pretty cool and it goes with the seasons. So I think it's gonna be great. The next one is social studies. And I have taught ELA and social studies for 13 years. And I have to say, I am so impressed with their ELA stuff and their social studies stuff. I like that it has the history of the United States, which is generally speaking what you cover in 4th grade here in PA, and is very colorful, is divided by chapters. From the looks of it, it looks very simple and very easy for students to understand. And geography. Can I tell you how important this is and how much this is lacking in so many aspects? So in this particular one, it has like the geography, the maps, starts generally with the continents, which as a 6th grade teacher, I always used to start reviewing this with, it doesn't matter what grade, I think that's just essential. And then it breaks it down to the 13 colonies. And this My State notebook, I love this. Like, this is so awesome. Take a look over here. So it's pretty much for anybody to be able to do this in any state. And so in this case, we live in Pennsylvania, so Noah will be doing this for Pennsylvania. And he will be learning all the different aspects about his state. What is the, state flower, the state flag, the physical map of it, historical figures in the state. It's part of what they need to learn in 4th grade is information about their state. So this right here is super awesome that the kids are learning about the place that they live in, because me as a parent, I feel like, yeah, it's great to learn about all these other places in the world, but if you don't know anything about the place you live in, like, what good is that gonna do to you, right? It also has the quizzes and the test on here of the things that they get to take for social studies. I am really glad that we definitely opted to get Noah a laptop, because I have a feeling he's going to be doing some research with this. For health, it comes with this really nice and colorful book that you get to read, and it comes with these little things in here. Ooh, this is important stuff that you need to know about your teeth and your body. Yeah, lungs, look at that. It's like science. Then for science, this right here was super, super, super important, specifically also to Sean, when it comes to science and having, a Christian perspective about it. My husband is very science oriented, and he loves when there is biblical references to pretty much support everything. So in this particular case, this one's called Understanding God's World. Again, very colorful. Haven't read the material yet. Like, I just opened this. This is my first time looking at it and glancing at it. But it looks like they're gonna be talking about birds and motion and the way that things work, which looks good to me. And there is the Understanding God's World activity book. And for all of this, there are answer keys for the parents. Now the ELA, I have to say, I am so impressed with this. One of the biggest things as a teacher that I disliked when I first started teaching are basals. I do not like basal reading programs where there is a textbook and there's little snippets here and there of stories, and you do a new story every week. I was never a big fan of that. As a teacher, I always liked curriculums that used novels and novel studies to teach whatever it is that, we were trying to teach. So I feel like novels give kids more of a bigger picture. You get to do it in units. I'm not exactly familiar with how is it that they break this up, but it seems that these right here are what they call the readers, and these are stories. Okay, these are stories. This is not a textbook. This one right here, The Pilgrim's Progress, this is Christina's journey. We had Noah actually, instead of reading, since he missed the 3rd grade one, which is The Pilgrim's Progress, the Christian's journey, we decided to, as a family, sit down, and they actually have this animated one that was really, really good. I personally had never read this before, but my husband has always talked about this because he did read this as a kid. And so I'm really excited about that. So just for him to get familiar with that. So it seems that these are categorized by 4A, 4B. I have a feeling that's the order that they're gonna go in. About 6 of them that are labeled like that. So it has in his hands, Road Trip to the East, Fables and Folktales, Gifts and Gadgets, Road Trips. It's a well-rounded program. Like, you're not just reading all fiction or all nonfiction or all fables or anything like that. It seems like you are getting something out of everything. You're getting a great combination of different texts that the students are exposed to. These right here to be some sort of reader as well. This one, it says speed and comprehension reader. So I have a feeling that this one is going to be more to assess his comprehension and his fluency. This one here as well. Not familiar with it, but I'm about to become familiar with it. This is Penmanship. Now, since last year, we were already considering this for Noah to be doing this upcoming year. I actually ordered him the 2nd grade cursive just because he never had cursive through his schooling. So I wanted him to just become familiar with the letter formation. Hey Noah, can you give me your binder, please? This is the one that we had ordered Noah for the 2nd grade, is writing with phonics. Let me see if I can find here some of his pages that he has done. All right, so for example, this is an activity that he did. They were working on A's, O's, T's, and F's. So he were in MN. So he practices on there. This is the one with 4th grade, which I am so happy that I went ahead and I actually ordered that, because my goodness, he's gonna need it. If he wouldn't have had that practice, I don't even know how he could just hop into this. So good thing we got that. These here are the reading comprehension skill sheets, but from the looks of it, these look like cold reads to me. This is like I used to do, give the students a passage, they read it, they answer the comprehension questions, and it just gives me an idea of where are they at reading wise. I'm assuming that this is what that is. My goodness, the grammar, the writing and the grammar, I'm just wowed by this. This whole booklet here is on writing and grammar, which I absolutely love. And I think that this is so important. So I am so happy that he's going to be working on this. And last but not least, my weakest subject is math. So this is the one thing that I was like, ooh, what is it that he's gonna have to do? Is it gonna look like rocket science to me? And from the looks of it, it's not. It seems like there is a lot of practice with multiplication, 3-digit subtraction and addition. At some point, he's gonna be doing long division. I remember this. There's some fractions that he's gonna be working on. It seems like it spirals. This does not look too crazy. This is awesome. I think Sean is gonna like this. He always hated the math they did at school now because it's all Common Core and he can't stand it. And then these are the test and speed drills right here. Of course, like I showed you, we got the DVDs. So that is what comes, oh, and I forgot to show you guys this, the spelling and vocabulary. So he gets that, spelling and vocabulary. And there are the quizzes and the spelling tests. Those are the student things. Thank goodness that I waited till school was over to look at this and have time to digest it, because it's a lot to take in. For the parent stuff, I am quite impressed at the amount of stuff that they give parents. Look at this. So if you have any questions, there you go. Every quiz, test, and workbook comes with an answer key for parents, which is always important because, you know, we forget things. Since we are doing the accredited version, this is so that we can mail in the progress reports. This is the answer key for the reading. So the readers, so I'm interested in looking at how this looks. Answer keys, answer keys. This is super, 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 super important for me. I think as we've done stuff with Solaris and her with her K4, I always look at this to see what are the lessons coming up next to digest and figure out how is it that they do things. As a matter of fact, I actually might sit through some of the lessons just so I understand the structure of it, and I can prepare things for Sean and Noah. I am going to be pretty much doing the administrative stuff. Sean is gonna do more of the teaching and making sure that he does what he's supposed to be doing and the at-home teacher. So I wanna make sure that things are neatly and nicely put together for Sean as well as Noah. That's it, my friends. That is our curriculum for Noah this year. So I am excited. My mind is running like crazy right now. This is either gonna be an epic, an amazing success, or a fail, which I don't think it's gonna be a fail. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna take some getting used to and a lot of structure, but it's gonna be awesome. Hi, Hans. I just unboxed all of Noah's stuff.
Oh, cool. Oh,
yeah, it's a lot. More than Maymay's stuff.
It's a lot of information. Wow.
That's for you.
Looks like it's worth all the price, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Oh, Hans, take a look at the math. Look at the math.
Bigger than that. Okay. This looks like what we did. This is what I did.
That's what you did.
Yeah.
That's what makes sense.
This makes sense. I love it. This is good. It's what we grew up on. Old school.
So make sure to stick around and watch for future videos as to how is it that we are going to organize this material and how we are going to make it work for our family. If you guys have any suggestions, ideas, tips, tricks that you make it work at home, please let us know. We are all ears. We want to learn it all. Well, make sure to stick around for this wonderful, joyful journey that we are taking because we are super excited about it. Thank you so much for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye.